Welcome to Permission for Pleasure, hosted by Live with Intent. Permission for Pleasure is a special guest speaker series in service of mind, body, and soul wealth. My vision is a new world anchored in masculine and feminine leadership harmony. The more harmony you experience, the more wealth you receive in all parts of your world. Please enjoy this empowered space as you give yourself permission to receive more pleasure. Good morning. Welcome to my new training called Create Your Business in Harmony. I'm so excited to be here because harmony is music to my soul. So before we get started, I have a couple of questions which I would love to hear your thoughts about. And yeah, so I'm just closing a couple of things here. All right, so what is the most important thing for you about creating a business in harmony? What are you looking to learn from this training? If you're watching live, go ahead and type your comments if you desire in the chat, or if you're watching on replay, feel free to type your comments in the chat. But it's the most important thing that you are looking to receive from creating a business in harmony. What are you looking to learn from this training? And the other question I have for you is, how much joy and fulfillment does your business bring to you? How balanced and pleasurable does your business make you feel? Go ahead and type those comments in the chat. So I'll tell you a little story that is connected to what we're talking about here. 15 years ago, I got the tattoo Live with Intent on my back. And at the time, I was going through a lot and I was looking for some inspiration. And it's so funny because if you would have told 30-year-old Amy that 10 years later, she was going to be the CEO and founder of a global wellness company called Live with Intent, I would have not believed you. As you can tell, living with intent, living with intentions is a very important part of who I am. And it has gotten me to where I am today, and most importantly, it's gotten me here talking with you, which I'm so, so, so grateful for. So thank you for sharing this beautiful, empowering, expansive space with me today. One of the things I always do with my audience is I always set the intention that my audience walks away with at least one thing that they are going to learn. It's going to help you with the problem that you are looking to solve, and that they're going to learn from our time together. So I would love it if you could set your intention. Setting your intentions are powerful. They're purposeful. They're pleasurable. And I'd love to hear what your intention is what your intention is to receive from our time together here today. So go ahead, type it in the comments if you desire. Words have power, so stating it publicly, it's already yours. So how many of you would like to stop trading your time for money? How many of you would like to organically build your network with ease? Be so deeply connected with your soul mission that your wealth is guaranteed. Today, I'm going to share with you how you can get out of your head and lead with your heart. How you can become the calm inside the chaos. How you can create a business anchored in leadership harmony, and how to create the freedom and the flexibility that you desire so that you can collapse time on your success. And at the end of this training, if you desire to learn more, then I invite you to stay and learn how you can connect more intimately into my world. So, my story. It's probably good to know who you're talking to. You may or may not know me. We may or may not have connected. But my name is Amy Jones, and I'm 44. I'm a wife and a mom. We've got 3 little humans running around all the time. And as I had mentioned before, my company is called Live with Intent. I help women in business operate more harmoniously and create your true desired reality. On paper, my life checked all the boxes. I had the nice house, I had the fancy cars, I had the committed relationship, I had a 6-figure corporate income. And in 2017, after the birth of our second child, my whole world came crashing down. I was faced with some very serious relationship traumas, and something had to change. And at the time, I wasn't strong enough to lead myself the way that I needed to. So I looked for help, and I connected randomly with an amazing woman, the most divinely aligned experience. And she introduced me to energy healing. And in an instant, my world changed. I learned about chakras. I learned about masculine and feminine energy. I learned about the subconscious. I meditated for the first time ever. I was hooked. I remember thinking, where have you been all my life? How did I not know that this world ever existed? Oh my gosh. That was my spiritual awakening. For the first time in my life, after years and years of counseling and therapy, 10 plus years easily, I had finally felt as though I was no longer putting a Band-Aid on my problems. I was getting to the root of the problem. I was getting to the root of the issue, which was lack of trust, which was fear of abandonment, which was poor self-worth. All of these things we have, I became aware of them. And so I did a lot of healing, you name it. I have tried it. Shamanic journeys, psilocybin, plant medicine, feminine embodiment, lots of mindset, NLP, hypnotherapy, RTT, breath work, you name it, I've tried it. Done a lot. I had to learn a lot. And I was a former high-level competitive athlete, almost went to the Olympics. I traveled the world, and I got along really well with everybody. And so from the outside, you would never have known that I had this tornado of chaos swirling around inside my head at any given moment. And the fact was that I couldn't get it out of my head. I was a doer. I was a hustler. I was a control freak. I was constantly fantasizing and living in the future, not in the present. Oh, but things will be better when, and let me just get this done first and then I can. Leading with my heart was a completely foreign concept to me. I was stressed, I was anxious, I was worried, I was overwhelmed, I was depressed. I was living a lie of codependency, of addiction, of unhealthy relationships. My life was a mess. And ironically, my number one core value is trust. I did not trust anything in my world. Most of all, myself. And when I learned how to lead myself and honor all of me in harmony, my whole world changed. My mind stopped spinning because I started to listen to my heart. And so I rebuilt my foundation from the ground up. Solid, stable, safe, anchored in leadership harmony, the masculine and the feminine as one. And so I'm very proud, as you can tell, of where I am today. Last year, I retired from my 20-year corporate business sales career, and our family moved 5 hours away to what I like to call paradise. It's beautiful, and it feels like every day is a vacation. Not only have I healed my heart, I have healed my family lineage, my mother, my grandmother, my daughter. You change, everyone around you changes. I've watched my partner rise in his healing and self leadership. I've watched our children rise in their empowered self leadership. I now trust my partner and our children to lead. I now trust myself to lead. I listen to the wisdom of my heart, and I've created space in my world to slow down and enjoy the richness of life. And I would love to teach you to do the same. Rise in your empowering, harmonized self leadership. Build your own liberated fempire. So I would love to hear from you. Please share in the comments if you desire. What are one or two things that you have learned in your life that you would be willing to share with others to help them grow? So if you're catching this live, please pop this in the comments. If you're catching this on the replay, please pop this in the comments. And then after the comments, exchange. If there's anybody in that space that you feel drawn to connect with, you want to learn more about what they're doing or what they've done, please feel free to connect with each other in the comments. Experience their shares, celebrate their shares, connect with their shares. This is powerful. So one of my clients, Vanessa, she came to me. Her marriage, like, she was close to divorce. She was broken. She was stressed. She was extremely unhappy. She was lost. And she needed support in redirection and re-anchoring, rebuilding. And within a few weeks of us working together, she started to sparkle. She started to welcome more of her feminine essence. And, by the end of 3 months together, she was shining. And the bonus, her and her husband were closer than ever. Another client, Yoda, like all of my clients are just so dear to me. They're my friends. Yoda and I had a really different experience from Vanessa because Vanessa was more life and Yoda was more business. And so with Yoda, I supported him in rebalancing his entire global meditation business in harmonized masculine and feminine energetic leadership. And what was really cool is in the middle of our time working together, he got promoted from global director to chief marketing officer. I'm so proud of him. We're actually doing some more things together. I cannot wait. Stay tuned. So, whether it's life or whether it's work or it's a combination of both, or it's this sometimes and it's this sometimes, everything in life is a relationship. And the relationships that you experience all come down to harmony. It's either hierarchy or harmony. And I will say this: the more harmony you create, the more wealth you receive in all parts of your world. So one of the fun things about being a mom is sometimes you get pulled away. So, as I was saying, everything that I am teaching you in this mini training, Create Your Business in Harmony, comes from my bigger course, Fempire. So this is a 6-month course where we focus on creating your exact business plan for success. We declutter, we rebuild, and we level up all parts of your business. So you get the exact coaching you need to build your business from a place of pleasure first and create a business that is fully aligned in a reality that represents you, in your truth, in your purpose, in your vision. So the training that we're going to talk about here today is a high-level overview of the exact systems that I take my private clients through. So how do you create your business in harmony? 3 steps. Step number 1, you're going to want to clear. And you do this by conducting a life and a business audit. And they are interchangeable because as I said before, everything in life is a relationship. And so if you can look at both your life and your business and combine them, you're going to be better off. So how you're going to want to do this, some of the questions that you're going to want to ask is you're going to think, where in my world, in my reality, am I out of balance? You're going to want to look at your 7 key areas of life, your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, your physical, your relationship. So that's the relationship with yourself and your relationship with others, as well as financial and career. And your goal is you're going to take the inventory of what's working and what isn't. Ultimately, the desire is you want to learn how to slow down, create space so you can speed up. But first, you have to take an assessment of what you're dealing with. Okay, so you're going to do a life and a business audit. So an example of this experience that I know quite well is when I was in corporate, 20 years in corporate, we used to do these all the time for our clients. So companies would pay us, we would go into their business and we would audit their strengths and their weaknesses. And we would find the gaps between, where they are and where they want to get to. So what are the things that are directly impacting the quality of their work, their employees, their customer experience, and the bottom line revenue? And so once the companies had this information, they could then get a clearer picture of what was working, what wasn't, and then they could make a plan of action that aligned with their specific growth goals. So as I'd mentioned before, you can do this for both your business and your life because everything in life is a relationship. And remember, the more harmony you create, the more wealth you receive in all parts of your world. So please go ahead and share in the comments if you desire. How does this feel? Do you have any questions? Again, if you're watching it on replay, just post them in the comments and we'll catch you on the replay. Okay, so step 2 is you're going to correct. So step 1 is clear, step 2 is correct. And when you correct, you're going to create a plan based on your purest imagination, your heart's desires, anything you can imagine, all the possibilities, limitless potentials of everything. You're going to create a plan based on that. So now that you've completed this audit and you've got this inventory of what's working and what isn't, you're going to map it with this vision, this plan, where you want to get to, where you are and where you want to get to. And so as you create this plan, you can do this as structured as you like or as intuitively as you like. Really just do what feels best for you. Now, if you need help with this, I'll link in the bottom here a free template that I have, which is called the Balanced Business Blueprint. And it's a business plan template that I've created in balanced masculine and feminine energetic harmony. It will absolutely help you do this in all the parts of your business. There's also an upgrade to it if you're looking for detailed instructions on how to do it. I think it's like a 30-page document on how to do this in a balanced energy, but the template's free, so I'll link it, and it's very valuable. I wish I had this 5 years ago. So some of the questions that you're gonna wanna consider asking yourself as you do this include, where do you desire freedom and flexibility in your life and in your business specifically? What can you do yourself? What can you outsource? Basically, how do you stop working in your business so that you can get back to working on your business? And then where do you desire that work-life balance? And also that balance within your business, right? Because you don't, like, if you're in corporate and you're looking to get out of corporate, you need a plan to help you with that transition. And if you're out of corporate and you're doing the entrepreneurial thing, the last thing you want is to replace your 9 to 5 or your 60 or 80 or 100-hour week with your entrepreneurial. Like, you left corporate to have this amazing life. Set your life up in the way that you want by feeling how you want it to feel first, and you'll be light years ahead. Okay, so the other thing that I really want you to consider when you're doing this is pay very close attention to your energy. I could literally spend a whole masterclass talking about this topic all by itself, and how important your energy is in creating a harmonious business. As I just mentioned before, you have a masculine energy and you have a feminine energy, and you both work together. And so pay attention to your energy and how you feel about what you're doing, because energy is everything. And that is going to set you ahead leaps and bounds when you have an awareness of what's going on with your energy. If you desire more understanding of this or more mentorship, don't hesitate to reach out and we can have a conversation about that. It's my jam. Okay, so as you create your plan, what I am going to invite you to do is also strategically connect with a variety of individuals. You have activators, expanders, and masters. So your activators are people that are going to energetically excite you. They're going to ignite your growth, okay? Expanders are the people that are going to help collapse time on your success. And the masters are basically those people that have been there, done there, got the t-shirt. I'm going to show you how to do exactly what I did. I've mastered it. And it's going to take you a fraction of the time that it took me because I've already done that. So just think about this like you are a byproduct of your environment. So wherever you're surrounding yourself, make sure that you have those activators, expanders, and masters in your environment. That's going to really help you go towards your new reality. Some examples of activators, expanders, and masters, just to kind of give it some context. You know, you've got women like Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Lopez, Oprah, high-level Olympic athletes. These women and the athletes, you know, all have, in their own way, potentially excited you. They have created their own version of success. They've empowered you. This rags to riches experience. So they're everywhere. So if you don't have them in your immediate circle, they're outside of your immediate circle. So think about your circle of influence, activators, expanders, masters. I'd love to hear what part of this connects with you the most. Again, just feel free to drop it in the comments and share. And yeah, we'll Can't wait to hear what you're connecting with and how this is going for you. Okay, so step 3 is create. So in step 3, what you're going to be doing is this is really where you're going to bring that harmony to your world. And that harmony is going to help expand your success. And what you're going to do specifically in this space is, again, now that you have your life and your business audit, you've created your plan to get you from here to here. This is where like the real fun manifestation begins. This took me a long time to figure out. This is where we move from your current reality, the life that you have always known, and into your desired reality, this future that you're dreaming of living in the now moment. And so how do you bridge that gap? This is where you're going to invite yourself to surrender to everything you have ever known to be true. And you're going to turn in to your inner compass, your inner guidance, and you're going to co-create with the universe, with God, with source, with divine. Doesn't matter what it is. You're going to co-create your desired reality now and ground it and anchor it to your current reality. This is how you collapse time on your success. And creating your new reality requires deep trust with the universe and with yourself. But this is where your dreams become the reality. So remember what I said before. Trust leads to harmony, leads to wealth in all areas of your life. I love this. I wish I knew this 5, 10, 20 years ago. Could you imagine the power that our children have with this wisdom that we didn't have? Beautiful. So going back to my former client, Vanessa, when she and I originally connected, she, like I said before, she literally thought her marriage was over. She lacked purpose. She lacked passion. She lacked pleasure in her life, but also in her business. And in comparison, now her energy is dramatically different. She has a calm confidence to her. Her business now brings her pleasure and joy. And there is a deep love and respect between her and her husband. And I cannot wait for you to feel and do the same. So how are you feeling with step 3? It's a little more like magical and mystical, but this is the divine. This is what we're being invited to do, is let go of everything we know and trust in that which we cannot see, but we know to be true. Have the tools and the expertise and the wisdom and the knowledge to stay out of the mind and stay in the heart and lead yourself powerfully forward. So I'd love to know how you're feeling. How is step 3? What part excites you the most? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. I just had to look. My time says 11:11. I love my angel numbers. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? I'm definitely in my purpose. I never, ever was like this when I was in corporate. Like, I should actually probably post a video so that you can see what I look like, and just the difference in energy and glow. My skin's better, my hair's better. Um, like I'm smiling so much more. I'm genuinely enjoying life. It took me 44 years to get here. And if I can help you do that sooner, I am more than happy to pay that forward. So, like I'd mentioned, I've just given you these 3 steps. And this is literally what I do still today to live in my truth, to lead with my heart, and to enjoy life. There's clear, which is conduct a business life audit. There is correct, which is create a plan from your purest imagination. And then there's create, which is harmonize your world and expand your success. So even though I've given you these 3 steps, my 3 steps, I really want to make sure that you are careful about the following. Okay. Make sure you are crystal clear on your vision, your mission, and your purpose. Huge, hugely important. Don't work too hard on the wrong things. Make sure your masculine and your feminine energy are in balance. And this is this energetic piece that I was talking about, which is really, really important. Serve your audience. Don't sell them. Huge difference. Really had to deprogram this one from corporate. And slow down. So this is where most people get unconsciously stuck, me included. That's why I listed all those, because that was me. But if you do trip up and you find yourself looping in old patterns and habits, it's okay. You're human. Send yourself love, no judgment. You've got it. And we're going to get through this. Here are the problems that you may still experience in your life if you get tripped up in these old loops and these old patterns and habits. You may still experience an unhealthy work-life balance, unhealthy work balance. You may still struggle with confidence, with self-trust, with self-worth, negative self-talk, fear of success, fear of failure, self-sabotaging thoughts. You may still search externally for validation and guidance. Externally being attaching to people, places, and things, external leadership. So I shared with you 3 steps: clear, correct, create. Clear, conduct a life business audit. Create your plan from your purest imagination. Create, harmonize your world and expand your success. This is absolutely going to get you going in the right direction and set you up for success. And as I mentioned before, I have a free guide that I'll link in here, which is a template which you can use, which can help you with that structure. There is so much more to cover in this. We have literally just scratched the surface. Just on relationships and energy alone, I could talk for hours. There's fears, there's, like I said, attachments, boundaries, subconscious patterns and habits, self-care, masculine and feminine energy, business process, networking, connecting, how to do less and receive more. There's lots. But I don't want to overwhelm you, so this is good for now. Okay, now, if you would like to learn how to create your Fempire in this balanced masculine and feminine energy, anchored in leadership harmony, and collapse time on your growth and your success, then you are welcome to stay for a few minutes and learn how you can connect more intimately in my world. The training is done. I'll just share for a few minutes on what's going on in my world. So my 6-month private mentorship is a $20,000 investment. With my personal and professional goals, I can't create the volume of impact I desire with one-on-one coaching. So this year, I have decided to create more low-ticket courses and offers to give more people an option to connect into my world and to compound my effect. So I thought, okay, well, what can I do? Maybe like I can break down something I offer into bite-sized pieces. So the training that you're taking today, Create Your Business in Harmony, is one part of my 8-week group program called the Leadership Portal. This program is a mix of group and private calls where we create your exact business plan for success. So currently we're in week 3 of 8, and the investment is $777 US. And I've just decided I'm going to do a round 2 in October. And so with the additional structure and strategy that's really come through with me in the last few weeks, which is going to be added into the second round, the investment will now be $1,111. So 1111. My feeling is once this program is done and anchored and good, it's going to be at around $2,000, 2222. That's the number I've had in my mind all along. I'm ramping up. So either way, it's an amazing value. And so if you desire to join round 2 of the portal, which starts in October, I have a very, very special offer for you. And I haven't told anybody yet. I haven't announced it publicly. I've been sitting on it and it just feels so right. And it made sense to share this with you in this space today. So if you want to join the round 2 of the portal, as I'd mentioned, it's going to be 1111. And you want to secure your spot now, I'm going to give you this program for $555. This is for the full 8 weeks. This is 4 group calls, 2 private calls, group messaging, your business plan, and life and business mentorship, all wrapped up. There's a VIP upgrade if you want, and we can talk about that. But I'm really excited to give this to you. I don't know how long I'm going to have it at that price, but I wanted to announce this to you first because it just feels really good to share it here. So if you desire to connect into that, let me know, send me a DM, or if you have any other questions about anything else I do, my door is always open, and it would be my honor to have a conversation with you. So I'd like to leave you with this. I know some of you have not started your business. I know some of you are seasoned professionals, and I know some of you are somewhere in between. You know, the systems that have supported us globally in our current world for a very long time are crumbling. And it's in the places where there's whispers of a new prosperous world being created in harmony. And we are at a crossroads right now. We either choose to remain in the current new reality, which you know, or you trust in that which you cannot see, but you know deeply to be true, and you create your new reality. You know, and if you're listening to this training, your soul already knows that is your new desired reality. Our world needs harmony. And it all starts with you choosing to get out of your head and to trust your heart. And the more harmony that you can create in your business and your life, the more harmony you can create in your business, the more you would create a prosperous new world for you and all those around you. So this is the end of our time together. I want to say thank you. It's been my honor and my privilege to share this space with you. And as I had mentioned before, if you desire to continue to remain in my world and learn more about how I can support your growth and your success, it would be my honor and my privilege to connect with you. So please don't hesitate to send me a message. And just want to leave you with one final question. Curious, what is one word that you have connected with as a takeaway from today's session? So feel free to drop it in the comments. Feel free to catch it and drop it in the replay. It's one word that you connect with as your takeaway for today. Gosh, there's like so many coming up for me. Intention. Live with intention. Live with intent. We have an amazing opportunity right now to create history, to rewrite history, to rebuild a new world. Freedom for everyone, freedom for all, because we're all valuable. We all deserve to be free. And it starts with releasing the hierarchy and welcoming the harmony. Here, here, and here. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. I love you. And yeah, I'm here if you need anything. Mwah.